Do you remember the first time you ever cooked for someone? If you were anything like me, then you probably had your mom or grandmother be the one to taste test it first. Your nerves were probably sky high and your palms were probably sweating. And of course, to begin with, their responses were nice and they gave you things that made you feel all warm inside. But then, of course, constructive criticism soon followed because your mother always wants what's best for you. This is similar to the business world. You have to take the good and the bad with what the people you're servicing tell you so that you can be better at whatever you're giving them or providing them. This is also quite similar to how Southern Consulting started. We had two friends, one with advice and opinion out of this world, and another with a thriving business, a restaurant. Tara Barnister began to help her friend Stevie, and along with her husband Rich Weaver, expand and grow Bound Dog Eatery. Miss Barner helped the company by introducing to them the online world of reviews and helping that small family hole-in-the-wall business grow into a must-stop shop or drop when coming through Carrollton. Here at Southern Consulting, we believe in helping our clients with care. This starts at the top with our CEO, Tara Barnister. She lives by the tagline, call, care, consult. All it takes is one call from a concerned business owner, and that's when the care starts. We start by doing a deep dive into company history so that we can understand your past and things that you've been through to understand where you are now and what we need to do to help you now. Here at Southern Consulting, we do have a fairly open flow of communication. We're all known when we're taking on a new client. We're all given the opportunity to pitch ideas for this client to our bosses. Now, typically, my colleagues with the most dedication and most creative ideas are the ones who get awarded these opportunities, but we're all given a fair shot. We try to provide our clients with a wide range of solutions from moderate to extreme resolutions. And then from there, we began to try to work more intimately and close with them on expanding and implementing these solutions to see their business grow and do a turnaround. Within the next 5 years, a few of our company goals are to open locations in South Carolina and North Carolina. We have also been talking about implementing a per-service panel where we have business owners as well as like a lower level manager come back out to our building after maybe anywhere between 3 months to a year of our services and just have an open discussion about how our services have benefited them or what we could have done better, and just give us feedback, as well as open the floor to my colleagues and I so that we can ask any specific questions we have about our work. We believe that implementing a forum like this will help our company grow, as well as help our servicing other companies become better. As you begin looking for consulting businesses to help your business, it is important for you to understand where a company comes from and their background so you can understand how this company is beneficial to you and if the services they provide to you are what you were necessarily looking for. That is why listening out and making sure that a company even is willing to open up to you about this and be transparent about their background to you is key as well. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Serenity Burns, a senior consultant here at Southern Consulting. I have been with the company for about 5 years now. I graduated from UGA with a major in marketing and a minor in management. During my time here at Southern Consulting, I have helped Daruma Japanese Steakhouse implement the use of online reviews and online marketing. I have also assisted with a store opening location in Alabama. My main job here at the company is when I take on a client, I review their online reviews and narrow it down to about the 4 most common reviews or the 4 biggest issues I see the most online based on the reviews. After that, I begin to brainstorm ideas of things I could implement to resolve those issues, and I try to narrow it down to about 4 great solutions with a range of, moderate things we could do to like a full-blown workaround if we need to, before I present these ideas to my client again. The most important part of the process would definitely be doing your deep dive into the company background and knowledge, because like I said previously, if you know what a company has come from and been through, you can understand why they're in the state that they are in now. And if you can go back to the root of the problem and figure that out, then it'll be much easier for you to navigate your solutions. It's also important for you to have someone with knowledge and expertise of doing something like this, because it kind of can get meticulous and confusing going back into where a company has been. So you want someone that has knowledge of how you're going to market and yourself as a company and how you can fix these problems that aren't going to create a drastic change in what you value as a company and what you stand for and mean. Big Daddy's Dish is a soul food restaurant located on Old National Highway in Atlanta, Georgia. Marcus Sabir started his company with the dedication and the drive to make sure he left you with an at-home feeling after you left his restaurant, and it would leave you wanting to come back for more. K&K Soul Food being a more dine-in oriented style restaurant with a wonderful location being just blocks away from the Georgia Institute of Technology. And then you have Twisted Soul Cookhouse and Pours, giving you a more upscale southern dining experience. All of these places serve great soul food with their own flair. Big Daddy's Dish has a large and expansive menu with options for everyone. The customers seem to absolutely love that you do not have to be a chicken or beef eater to eat there. They cater to pescatarians as well as vegetarians. As you can see here on the slide in this comment, this lady here has enjoyed the veggie plate, and she is pescatarian. Even though they offer pescatarian meals, she prefers the veggies because they are just that good that they make sure all food is balanced and catered to everyone. The staff here is very patient as well as knowledgeable at the menu. Like I've said, the menu is large, so they have to be knowledgeable, and they're great with helping new customers who just have nowhere to start. I would also say that the customers seem to rave about their portions. They say you definitely get your bang for your buck when you dine here. Now, of course, with any good does come bad. The biggest issue I do see here at Big Daddy's Dish is the customers complain about the cafeteria style line. This in turn leads to many long complaints about the wait time. I would assume that the cafeteria style line is one at a time, and that makes it a longer wait for everyone, especially when you have to get to the register and you are just so completely lost about what you want to eat. You'll see to my right here a few reviews about the food being overly salted. And this was not, something that people harped on a lot because they spoke very good praises. But of course, like I said, good comes bad. If this doesn't seem to, like, some consistency seem to level out, I do think that the overly salty food could become an issue for people who have seemed to love the restaurant. As a business owner, it is very important to know where you're selling, but it's also important to know where you're failing. It's nice when your customers or whoever you're servicing is coming directly to you and telling you the issues that you see, so that you can get ahead of any future problems. And here at Big Daddy's Dish, what I see in comparison to Twisted Soul Cookhouse and Pours, as well as K&K Soul Food, is that the service you give your customers is outstanding. What I do think that Big Daddy's Dish could work on, that the customers don't seem to mind, but I definitely think that working on the presentation of your food could be beneficial. It doesn't seem like it makes a big deal, but it makes all the difference on how people view your restaurant as a business and as a company. Given the strengths and weaknesses I have narrowed down and discussed this far, I'm now going to give you some recommendations and some small changes you can make to help Big Daddy's Dish, and I'm also going to give you some pivotal changes that could be beneficial to the livelihood of Big Daddy's Dish. I definitely think Big Daddy's Dish should just go back to the roots to begin with and start with standard training for cooks. I think they should lay out recipes for them and guidelines on what they can use so that there is more consistency in the food. I definitely think that is the root of the problem here with the overly salted food, and I think that small minor change could definitely help with the consistency and just do away with that issue altogether for your customers. Now, what I'm about to discuss next, I think, is one of the most important things I'm going to suggest to Big Daddy's Dish today, and that would be to implement a more dine-in and serve style of serving their customers. They do have the dine-in option, but again, you have to wait in the cafeteria line, you get your food, and then you sit down and you can dine in, and they bring it out to you, but it's not necessarily being serviced where they're refilling your drinks. It's not that kind of service. You don't tip them per se. So I definitely think that if they implement a more intimate dine-in style, since the customers already love the service of their staff, I definitely think that would boost customer satisfaction and help customer feedback be more positive when it comes to the cafeteria style. I think if you turn around and do more dine-in style, it's definitely helpful. I think getting active on social platforms such as Yelp, TripAdvisor, Google, and etc. are definitely very important. I think that acknowledging your customers and just interacting with them to let them know that they're being heard and that what they're saying is being taken into consideration will definitely make all of the difference. And last but not least, I believe that becoming more active in the community could really help Big Daddy's Dish. The business is only 15 minutes away from Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, so I think that if you bring in customers from all across the globe, I think maybe putting in a billboard somewhere along the exits and highways could bring in traffic. I also believe being more closely active in the community, maybe holding a back-to-school bash, trick-or-treating for Halloween, and on those key holidays, doing things that are already very common for people in the community to do. It makes all the difference in your customer image and the way they perceive this southern home style soul food place that's supposed to make you feel at home. Taking the time to learn about your company history and background, as well as doing a deep dive into the reviews, has been such a rewarding experience. It has been my pleasure working with you all, and I look forward to seeing the results. If you have any questions or concerns, or know any businesses needing a caring touch from Southern Consulting, please don't hesitate to reach out to us by phone at 770-CONSULT or by email at southernconsulting@mail.com. In hopes that you never forget the service and business we provided for you today, we have gathered 5 business cards for you to take and pass along to your nearest associates or keep so that you can always reach and contact us. Again, thank you for allowing Southern Consulting to be in charge of your business image, and we will always be happy to see you grow. You can always reach out to us by our phone and email listed above. Thank you. Have a great day.